I played 10 hours only using Human Torch. I went from this
What are you aiming at? What are you aiming at?
to straight owning my lobbies. With the new flying meta taking over Marvel Rivals, I figured out why not give it a try. In this video, I'll be showing you how to stop being a liability for your team and now being the reason your team won. Without further ado, let's get into it. I'm not a maniac and I didn't just go straight into quick play. I wanted to see how he actually works. So the first hour of me playing was me just figuring out what is this? So the Human Torch is a high mobility damage dealer who thrives in mid to close range combat, dishing out consistent burn damage and disrupting enemies' positioning. His primary fire is a flame shot, kind of like a shotgun. It's a rapid fire barrage of flame projectiles that deal solid damage and apply burn over time. Great for chip damage and pressuring enemies who try to peek. His secondary fire, his flame bomb, a lobbed explosion that sticks to surfaces or players and detonates during AoE damage and adding to his burst potential. Now this attack is really great for zoning and finishing off low health targets. His first ability, which is his shift, allows him to dash in any direction, leaving behind a fiery trail that damages anyone walking through it. This is useful for repositioning, escaping dives, or just cutting off enemy paths during pushes. And his second ability, his ignition burst, is a defensive AoE knockback that pushes enemy away and deal damage. Now this can either be your panic button when someone tries to dive on you, or you can use this as an offensive tactic. And his passive, when Human Torch hits enemies with his abilities, they ignite. Ignited enemies take burn damage over time. Multiple hits can keep refreshing the burn. This is what makes him oppressive over time. And of course, everyone knows his ultimate, Supernova. Human Torch rises into the air and launches a massive explosion after a short delay. It's a big damage dealer, especially effective when comboed with other crowd control or used in cluster teams. Since we know what he can do, let's go ahead in hour 2 and try to apply these. In all of my time in playing in hour 2, I realized that aiming with Human Torch is a pain, especially if you're really far away. A lot of Human Torch players that I see are from afar and they're shooting from afar. So I'm like, oh, okay, I'm expecting that's how you're supposed to do it. No. Since he is a close to mid-range hero, I have to be somewhat close to these people to do effective damage. If I'm shooting these fire pellets and only one pellet or bullet is hitting them, that's not doing any damage. So hour 2, I was really just trying to figure out his primary fire and see how much I can improve on because my aim is horrible. And 2, just to get the feel of it, of actually how to shoot with them, because you know it is a projectile at the end of the day. It's not a straight line of dive like Punisher or Hella. So it has a little bit of travel time when you do shoot it. So I just have to figure out how to use him. I think I barely use my other abilities in the whole 2 hours because I was just trying to figure out how his primary fire even works, bro. So I wasn't even trying to worry about them. I was already having trouble with this. Why try to use his whole entire kit? So I just thought, okay, let me just focus on one thing first, his primary, even though that's destroying my team and not helping at all. But just trying to overall learn Human Torch. I also noticed that my ult charge was not building up at all while doing this. Like, it was going so slow, it made no sense because I was doing very little damage. I soon realized that the boxes that you can make from the fire bombs feed into your ult charge a lot quicker than your primary damage, and I didn't know that in the first couple of hours. But as time moves on, I feel like I recognized that, and I got my ult a lot faster. But in these hours, I was like, why am I not getting my ult? Like, I feel like I'm doing damage, but I really wasn't. I don't know what I'm doing. Going to hour 3, I was surprised because in hour 2, I didn't really find any hard counters or anyone trying to counter me because I was clearly not a threat. But this time in hour 3, I put a lot of Hellas for some reason. I do not know why. So I was like, you know, wait, hold on. This might be great for the video, you know what I mean? Understanding like when there's someone else countering on the other team, how to like surpass that and do well. No, that wasn't the case at all. I'm still fairly new to him, even though I've been playing 3 hours straight. Still wasn't using my full kit because I felt like my aim wasn't doing enough. And I was really just trying to figure out, bro, how can I still do good even though somebody's countering? And of course, things just had to be even harder. I didn't even want to play at this point. They soon got a Scarlet Witch, and obviously the Scarlet Witch knew I wasn't doing nothing. I was the easy kill. So with Hella beaming me from across the map to Scarlet Witch going in Invincible and just coming right next to me and holding left click, I really didn't do anything. I genuinely wanted to stop doing this challenge. When hour 4 came around, I think I started using my kit a little bit more, but I wasn't using them effectively. What the? But I feel like what I really figured out during this whole hour 4 was straight positioning. Even though I wasn't capitalizing on them with any kills or anything, I felt like I died a lot less because of where I was positioning myself. I also felt like I was getting a more of a feel for my ult and where to place it. I feel like if people were up and they hurt me, say supernova, they would eventually fall back. So then I'll throw my tornadoes behind them, so then they're still getting hit by it and stuff like that. And then they're forced to walk up. So just little things like that I feel like I was noticing during this hour 4. And right when I feel like I was improving with this man, I played against straight scene till 6 full-fledged Marines in every lobby for an hour straight, bro. I don't know what I was playing against. It seemed like every game there was a Spider-Man and this man was just shitting on me. I'm like, at this point, this game isn't even fun, bro. I'm torturing myself for these videos. I literally can't tell you anything that I learned from this hour because that's all it was. I was playing straight one above all every single fight. And hopefully that only lasted for a straight hour, because in hour 6, I felt like I was actually doing something, chat. I know, I was feeling myself this whole time. I was feeling myself. I feel like I was using my whole entire kit, from the flame burst to the slams to even the Sue shield when we had that team up going on. I feel like I was moving and doing straight damage, applying straight pressure, boxing these people up like Fortnite, actually using my ult and getting kills from it. My primary attack, my aim was still kind of but like I understood that the boxes helped my ult a lot. I got my ult probably about, like, I would say like 5 times more than when I started, low-key. I was surprised, bro. I'm like, oh shoot, this is actually gonna be a good video. Hold on, let me find out. And I don't know why, it just felt like whenever I used my ult, my supernova, I feel like I could just aim a lot better. I know that sounds insane. I don't know if it's just the field of view change or what, but we did so good, boy. We was the MVP. I told y'all we was cooking. I feel like in hour 7 I wasn't a complete threat to the game, but you still had to take some type of notice to me or some type of precaution when I'm up there. I mean, I'm getting my ult crazy fast now just because I learned how to use my flame burst a lot well. My aim was getting a little bit better, but it wasn't anything crazy. Like I said, I learned when to use my slam a lot more. Really overall using my kit like how it was supposed to be. I was really understanding how this man works. I was cutting off angles a lot easier. I was making the boxes a lot wider to the point where their whole team is in the box and they can't necessarily move, because if they move, now they're walking off payload, waste time, you know what I mean? I was making the enemy make decisions that was in favor of us, and it paid off, you know what I mean? I was applying actual pressure to the enemy team, and then we soon started to win a lot more. Well, I started to win a lot more, if you know what I'm saying. And I could just say the same thing for hour 8. It was just me really using my kit a lot more. I felt a lot more rounded as a Human Torch player, and you could obviously see I'm applying a lot more damage, and it's just like it's coming a lot easier. So this hour 8, 9, and 10 really just shows I'm cooking with this man. You know what I mean? Like I'm not destroying these people, because obviously a flyer just isn't my main. You know what I mean? I main Star-Lord from the last 2 videos that I've recently made. I just noticed that, like, I just feel like I'm a lot better with him now that I know. And now me doing this, it helps me learn how to counter him a lot more. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't want to see no more Human Torches players in my lobby no more, because I swear I already know what y'all can do. I know what y'all want to do. I know what y'all looking for. So I don't want to see no more in my lobbies. You understand? I say I'll honestly put Human Torch in A tier. If you really know how to use this man is so annoying. He is probably one of the hardest people to fight against if you know what he's doing. But hey, that's just my experience. But if you've been playing Human Torch, let me know what your journey's been like in the comments. And if you learned something or just enjoyed watching me suffer, drop a like and hit that sub button. If you want me to do this challenge with another hero next, you know what to do. And I'll catch you on the next one, y'all. Peace.
Yeah, I woke up running, gotta check my greens. Can't stop, baby, I'm a fiend. You look at his life, it ain't what it seems. I'm running the pack, to the pack, the pack, to the pack. The baby, you know I'm on go. She shaking for racks and racks and racks and racks. And baby, I need me some.